Hello YouTube watchers, it's your boy, Bobbledink here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Spyro the Dragon. Today we're going to do all the things we didn't get to do, starting today with Town Square. You'll notice I have a new fancy border around the video, so that my capture window takes up less of the screen for you guys. So here we are in Town Square. Quite a nice visual looking level, very different to anything we've seen before. You can see some similarities in the water, the pathways. Fodder's a bit different. What is that chicken doing? it's dancing around. It's crazy. Let's get these gems. Now, first thing I want to talk about is this skybox, because the mountains here look like, well, frankly, it looks like you can touch them, which is crazy. It's more than I can say for a lot of skyboxes in these games. So this architecture is quite interesting. I'm getting some Frank Fort Boyard vibes from this. I'll put a picture on top so that you know what I'm talking about. It's basically a fort in the middle of the ocean. It's quite wild. Let's see what this dragon's got to say. Niles?
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the L2 and R2 buttons to get a good look.
Use the L2 and R2 buttons. Oh yeah, there we go. Fancy stuff. Right. We shall glide that way. That was close. Still, I'm doing better than last video's attempt, so I'm already happy with that. Okay. Alright. First thing I'm noticing about this level, it's a bit smaller than Stone Hill, but it also feels more focused, like there's a clear path we need to take. Can we get up there, I wonder? Nope. Well, maybe you can, but I'm not the best at this Spyro game, as previously established. However, there are a couple of cool tricks I've learnt with this level that I will show off at the end of it. There we go, there's the... What are those eyes? Some kind of Gnorc inside, or...? That's crazy. There we go. Something obviously guarding the dragon treasure, or the dragon statue. They must be worth a fortune if, like, someone's willing to guard them. It's creepy. Insomniac. Please explain. Nice. Should we talk to this dragon? Yeah, I think we ought to. Devlin. It's a strange names.
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Oh, did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing X at the very top of your jump?
Well, that's useful to know, but I'm a bit concerned with that itch he had on his wing, because does that mean they're sentient all the time they're trapped in stone? Like, what if someone's hungry or needs to use the toilet? Reminds me a little bit of, there's a show called Futurama, and the character Philip J. Fry starts working at, well, actually I assume you guys know what it's about. It's about a guy called Philip J. Fry, as I just mentioned, who grew up in 20th century New York, felt a bit unloved, abandoned, etc. Accidentally trips into a freeze machine, I can't quite, cryogenic freezer, freezes himself for 1,000 years, ends up in the year 2999 to the year 3000. So essentially it's like set at a time when we're coming into the year 2000, but like 1,000 years in the future. Alva.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run! Run! I'm getting a little winded.
Dragon egg, that's interesting. It's interesting that this is something you don't learn in Stonehill either, so I guess instead of having a tutorial level, like, you learn little things as you play through the whole game, which is pretty cool. It's like the whole game's a tutorial. Right, there's the thief. Let's see if we can chase him. Right, come on. Ah, straight away. Quality. Better than I did on Stonehill. So there we go, that's 2 of however many dragon eggs there are to collect. Pretty cool. Anyway, back to the tangent with Futurama. Yeah, so when he gets to the future, some evil scientist is like, "Welcome to the world of tomorrow!" And when he goes to work at that place, a few seasons later, they're like, "Remember to yell, 'Welcome to the world of tomorrow!'" And Fry's like, "I've been cryogenically frozen, I know what to say." Guy unfreezes and he's like, "Bathroom's that way." And the guy runs off. So essentially it's like implying that this guy's needed the toilet for 1,000 years, which is pretty freaky, and I liken it to these dragons itching under the stone, so there we go. Anyway, long tangent over, let's go back to the game. So yeah, this is where I couldn't glide to earlier from there. See, what I like about this level is it feels like they've used up less space. Like, you could argue it's definitely a... Oh, I've left a gem down there. That's annoying. Could this be a screenshot though? Print screen! Nice! Well, that'll be the screenshot for now, the holding place. You know, you go all this way and you lose a gem at the start. I like these chests actually. You have to flame them a few times and then they release a gem. Often high value gems. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned. So, red gem is 1, green gem is 2, blue gem is, I was about to say 3, 5, yellow gem is 10, and pink gem is 25. That was, I believe, the first yellow gem we've come across in the game. I've not really been paying all that much attention, because I never do, to these sorts of things. But there we go. Let's see what this dragon's got to say. 4.
Thank you for releasing me.
Oh. You're welcome, game. Yeah, so... that's the first of many times you'll be hearing that phrase. Instead of answering some of these questions I have about the lore of the game, they're just like, nah, we'll just chuck in a bunch of those lines. To be fair, they could probably think of only so many dialogues to pad the game out with, so I can't blame them, honestly. Anyway, yeah, as I was going to say, something I love about this level is it's definitely smaller, but it feels like they've utilised the space more creatively. They've given us some interesting architecture. Windows that I assume lead to nowhere, but they're very interesting. It's like, what are these places? Are they fairy tale houses that the dragons live in? Or what is it? So yeah, one of the tricks I wanted to show you, I shall save state here. I think that, yes, okay, that works. You can actually bypass a lot of the level by skipping up here. I might have to fast forward. Oh, no, never mind. There we go. I don't really know how the trick works. That's the thing with some of these skips, it's hard to explain, because once you know how to do them, you just sort of start doing them and not think about them so much. So yeah, that was the first thing I wanted to show you guys. Next thing I wanted to demonstrate. Okay, if we go here, just want to get to as high a vantage point as possible. Let's just save state here. Now you remember I had mentioned at the start of this part that these mountains or hills look like something you can touch. As you can see, like, there's two sort of layers. There's a slightly darker shade of purple that is in the foreground, and the background is, you know, the backdrop. So yeah, let's see what happens. Turns out the game thought this through. So yeah, can't actually touch them, unfortunately. Although I'm pretty sure I saw a video somewhere that you can. I'll link it down below. It's called the Spyro iceberg or something. One of those sorts of things. But I think you need Spyro Edit or some kind of mod to be able to do that. You can't do it in-game, unfortunately. But if one of you very talented speedrunners in the commenting section would like to come along and prove me wrong, please do. I love learning. And I shall come back and edit this part. No, I won't. Who am I kidding? So that was Town Square. Let's just check our inventory. Okay, we've collected everything so far. Now what's left to do? Let's find out. Good old camera getting stuck on that wall. God, I love this game. I mean, I do. I really do. Let's just collect some pointless pearls. As you can see, as I mentioned last time, they're going around his head. If I collect enough, it becomes an extra life. Okay. And the boss is through here. Something I didn't mention in the last part was I love the smoke effect coming out of the dragon's head. This architecture's so cool. I wish they brought it back for future games. That's so epic. That is exactly how I want to enter a boss fight every single time. Let's burn some flowers here. But before I take on the boss, let's just try this glide again. I feel I've got it this time. Yes! Okay. I've redeemed my awful attempts from last time. No, 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 open up, please, open up. We want to face you. It's a similar skybox to the last level. Well, except the hill's end. That's interesting. Okay. Let's go for it. Confronting Toasty. I'm super psyched for this. Now, boss fights in this game are interesting in that they're sort of set up like normal levels. You go through the game, you collect gems and everything. This would not be brought back in future games, but I find it interesting for this game. It's like, nope, we're a platforming game through and through. Right. It's the first and only use of that rolling mechanic you saw at the start of the last part. As I mentioned before briefly, and I'll probably do a video on this at some point about how I got into the Spyro series, this was the last game of the 3 I played. I actually went backwards. I did 3, 2, 1 rather than 1, 2, 3 like most... There we go. So I didn't actually know about this rolling mechanic, and a lot of this would happen. But I kept dying, and I was like, how am I dying but I'm not even on the boss yet? This makes no sense to me. And of course now I know. Okay. Have all that stuff. Right, now I've explained a bit, let's just whiz through this section. Excuse me. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Also, quick moment of appreciation for this architecture. Love this little merry-go-round type column. I assume these are lamps? I don't actually know. Yeah, some things about the game haven't aged too well graphically, but this is okay. I wonder where this source of light's coming from. Is there like a... Huh. Dunno. These textures look amazing though. Honestly, some of this still holds up, even though, of course, like a remake of this game would eventually hit. There's still a charm to these graphics that I don't think can ever be replicated. Oh, is that lava down there? Or actually, it doesn't look like lava, it looks like the sun, pretty much. Like we're stood on some starry plane, I guess. Which sounds nice and dreamy, but if you actually touch a star, you're in deep trouble. Okay, that's all this area. Oh, let's just take a moment to appreciate this little tower thing. Put it there for no reason. Didn't have to. It's just nice that it's there, you know? This wall looks great. In fact, this whole area is amazing. That's what I love about this particular game. There's just so many nooks and crannies to explore everywhere we go. Oh, finally a dragon. Let's see what he has to say. Rescued Nevin. Or Neven.
Gnasty Gnorc has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
Bring him on. I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. This boss has many tricks up his sleeve.
Do pardon me, I've had a bit of a cold the past few days. Doing a boss Sparxless is never a great idea. So what I'll probably do is save my progress here and pull off what's called a death abuse so that I can get full health back. Whee! Oh, I guess it is lava. I don't know where the lava comes from though. Now I have Sparx back. So I assume that's Toasty over there. There's a little dog guarding him. Let's see what we have to do. Okay. Oh, there's a sheep in the middle. Wait, maybe the fodder and Gnorcs too? Sheep are evil confirmed? Sorry if there are any vegans in chat. Or maybe it's one of the evil sheep that Gnasty Gnorc created himself. That's possible, isn't it? So yeah, that was the entire boss fight. It was a bit underwhelming, not gonna lie. But the castle looks pretty. In fact, there we go. There's our screenshot. Do I want this to be a screenshot? I feel I do. Yeah. Yeah, no, let's go for it. Okay, there we go. This is our screenshot, of course. Left the little... Is that a scyther? What does a sheep need a scythe? Well, I guess the grass does look very well cut, so can't complain there. It's a little castle. No, it's not a castle, sorry, it's a turret. There we go, that's the word I was looking for. It just looks amazing, all of this. Honestly, great work, Insomniac. And now that's this level completed. So let's just see how we're doing for time. We are at 22 minutes. So, that is, I believe, Artisans completed. Nice. I had a theory about the fodder, but I'll probably explain it in the next video. So stay tuned for that. So we are now able to chat to the balloonist. Marco! Polo. Wow! I see if you... Let's try it again, shall we? Wow! I see you have been busy rescuing dragons, Spyro. You may travel to the Peacekeeper's world if you like. Before I do, let me show you guys something. This tripped me up on my first playthrough in the game. If you step on... Oh, try that again. Step on this stone here. And this one. It doesn't really matter what particular order you do them in. Or maybe it does, actually. This is going so well. Deoman, Lumi Laura, speedrunners, if you're watching this, I hope I'm doing you proud. Right, let's try. I'm going to speed through this. It's the second time I've said that, and then I've gotten it. I'm not doing well today. I'm really not. Basically, what I was going to say was there is a secret level called Sunny Flight. There are 6 worlds in this game, Artisans being the first, Peacekeepers being the second, and each of them have a flight level, which makes sense really, given that you're playing as a dragon that can fly, so at least for short periods of time. So there we go, let's get into this level, shall we? I'll let a lot of the level do the explaining for you. Essentially, you have 4 objects to destroy. There is 8 of each object. 8 of each object. I'm going to become known for my Freudian slips, am I not? So you have the barrels that I just started there, but they're being carried on trains, so you have to wait for them to come back around. You have the fighter jets here, you have green archers. Those are the last 2 barrels, let's get those. And then you have yellow chests that are not in this section, but we will get to them later in this run. And the objective is to get every object, destroy every object before this timer in the top right corner gets down to 0. I'm not playing this spectacularly. I'm hoping I can get this in 1. I don't want the video to be far too long. Not 3 hours anyway of me trying to do this challenge. Okay. We're at 4. Oh, honestly, I'm doing so well. This is I'm pro gaming. You'll be seeing me at ESA, which is a speed running event. Oh! So I failed. But yeah, as you can see, the goal is to get all 8, 16, 24, 32 items. And then you win. Each item gives off 60 gems, and then getting all in one gives you another 60. So you can collect 300 gems in total. So it's not like I could just get all barrels on one and then all green archers on another and expect to win. I have to get them all in one go. But yeah, let's just try again, shall we? Maybe I should have gone through that green arch before I went for that third set of barrels, that might have been a smart idea. Silly Rodri, or silly Bobbledink. Rodri's my name for those who are not aware. I'm not just referencing some random guy while I play, although how funny would that be? Wow, those two fighter planes were like right on top of each other. This is wild. Okay, we're in much better stead now. We're at least above, having said that I mucked that bit up, we're at least above 20 seconds as we're doing this. Okay, 3 more to go. After I do the challenge, I'll probably just do a brief fly through of the level, talk a bit about how it looks. Okay, but here we go. Yes. 4 more to get. I'm not sure I can do this in time. I have 16 seconds, I need to get 1 more. 17 seconds actually, and yeah, I got it. Okay, so that's all items there. Try again? Yes, because I want to talk a bit about the level. So first thing you're introduced to is 2 train tracks. Some lovely crystal-like features present. Possibly influenced by a bit of Crash Bash. Certainly the gems are, I'd imagine. Or Crash Bandicoot. Lovely little building architecture, beautiful skybox. Similar to one that they might reuse in a couple of games' time, that you'll have to see me play. Obviously good with the greenery as well. This is so good. I am in love with this level. Honestly, look how pretty that moon is in the background though. North Star there. Mountainous regions, ocean views. Let's see how far out I can fly. Doesn't look like, yeah, it only renders so far, unfortunately. Yeah. This is an amazing level. Oh, let's have a look inside the cave quickly. I forgot to mention that. Or comment on that. Okay. Ooh, lovely little crystally cave. This is just so, like, magical and mystical. I love it. It's exactly what you'd expect to see inside a dragon's cave, you know. Let's go along the train track quickly. This is all just so magical. I know I keep saying it, but it really is. Oh wow, it's interesting they did not code that part of the train. Does it just... No, you can't actually stand on it. That's very interesting. Okay, nice. Of course, it all ends with a little pole that... Can you... you probably can stand on it, but I'm not going to try. Okay. Nah, I think we're good. We already got the 300 gems, that's what we're really there for. Okay, and now at... I mean, it doesn't matter how long we've been going, because we're finishing up anyway. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me again for part 2 of my Let's Play. The next part, we'll be starting our journey at Peacekeepers, which is the next homeworld, because we have everything we need in Artisans. Until then, Bobbledink out.